It's Bucket. What's the best way to transfer fluids? I've compiled together popular methods for transferring fluids that are available in all the mods 10. As you can see, we got them set up ready to go. I've also got block places ready to place sinks on a mutual redstone signal so that we can start them all at the same time. And then we've also got throughput monitors on each one so we can see exactly how fast they're all going. So let's go over what we've got. First up, we've got Super Factory Manager. So the way Super Factory Manager works is everything goes through this manager block. Now this manager block is running this program that we've got to write, and in that program we tell it exactly what we want it to do. So usually the minimum is it'll perform tasks every 20 ticks, but we can work around this by telling to do things every redstone pulse. So here we've got a redstone clock, which I absolutely took from Google. And with this, we can get a 1 game tick clock, which our manager is going to use to regulate how fast we transfer fluids. Next, we have integrated dynamics. Now, if you want logistics, if you want specifics, this is the mod. Specifically though, of course, we're going to use this to export fluids. So we have one end of this cable to be able to recognize a fluid container, and the other end is our exporter. Now, within our exporter specifically, we're going to mess with the transfer rate. And as you can see here, we can pretty much max this out. Next, we got fluid laser relays from Actually Additions. Now this is surprisingly easy to set up. All you need to do is get your laser wrench, connect the two lasers, and then with the compass, you can determine the input or output. Next, we have a mechanical pipe from Mekanism. This shouldn't need any explanation, it's a pipe. Fluid go in, fluid go out. And last but not least, we have laser I/O. So to set up laser I/O, all we need to do is grab some fluid cards. Now to set our inputs and outputs, we're going to make sure our cards facing the sink are set to extract, and the cards facing down, we're going to set to insert. Then configuring the individual cards, we can max out the transfer speed, and using overclocker cards, we can reduce the tick rate to 1. Now, in order to make sure these cards work at the same time, we're also going to have to add node overclocker cards. All right, let's do it. So as we can see, the throughput numbers seem to be stabilizing and we've got our clear winners. Now in terms of water transfer though, I also wanted to compare the Eternal Water Block from EvilCraft. Now this is also an infinite water source, just like our sink. But the difference is, the Eternal Water Block will instantly fill anything that accepts fluids. But upon testing, a fluid cell seemed to take some time to fill, and I noticed the throughput was actually the same as our top performers. Now it looks like our little test is limited by how quickly our little applied energistic setup can take in fluids. So that's going to be a problem if we're using fluid cells as our fluid tank. But we're still going to need something big enough so that we can measure how quickly it gets filled up. So I went and got the biggest tank that I could find. And with that, I'll leave you with our last test. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more content. And I'll see you in the next one.